Well, hello there, and welcome to this episode of the Terri Cole Show. I'm going to be doing something a little bit different today because I'm getting a bunch of questions from you guys. And so two things. One is that we're going to be doing a live meditation, and I will, where the guide usually is, I will give you a link so you can download just the actual meditation part of the meditation. But the entire episode is going to be based around as the seasons change, even if you live somewhere where they don't, right? Even if you live in LA, so does our energy, right? Things need to shift. And I find from a therapeutic point of view, it can be really helpful to get intentional about what we want to change. Like what needs to be cleared out for you, right? So it's a psychological cleansing. We could say that it's a fall cleansing. I talk about this in spring as well, but it really doesn't have to be seasonal. You can use this, watch this episode, and use this meditation anytime you need to sort of take an assessment of where you are and what needs to be reset in your life. That is what we're going to be doing. So before we get started, if you're new to this YouTube channel, well, hello and welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. Please introduce yourself in the comments. We are a very friendly group. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon and the subscribe as well so that you get notified because I roll out new stuff every Tuesday and every Thursday. Thank you for all your questions and your comments. All right, let's move on into today's episode. Okay, so as I was saying, the same way that we clear out our closets, let's say, if you live in the Northeast, you clear out your closets in the fall, right? We pack away our summer clothes. We pull out the cozy sweaters. It's sweater weather, as they would say. You know, maybe even tackling the garage as well or doing other things. Like there is this sense that we want to clear stuff out. But for me, I do this about once a quarter. So you can use this as we continue on. Once I get to the meditation portion, you can use that meditation for any time that you really need a reset. But I love fall, and I have to say fall really is the perfect time from a psychological and emotional standpoint to reset because fall itself is a season of transition, right? If you live somewhere where you have a climate. So the air is cooler, the days are shorter, right? Nature is literally letting go, right? The trees shed their leaves, not because they're dying. I mean, the leaves are dying, but the trees are not dying. But because they're preparing to conserve their energy and grow stronger roots for the winter, right? So we can take a cue, and it's important to, like from the natural rhythm of nature. I'll walk you through just a couple of ideas, just thoughts of what you can do in this season, and then we'll jump into the meditation. Think about your mind and your emotional life and your habits sort of as your psychological closet, right? That's what we're going to look at it as. Chances are there is some bullshit in there that, you know, some stuff just like our closets that don't fit anymore, right? That maybe are weighing you down. It could be stuff that you're just holding on to out of guilt or obligation, just like we all do with our clothing. We really thought we were going to wear it, but we don't. So you're going to start asking yourself, what beliefs or stories am I carrying that either untrue untrue or too heavy or not in my best interest? So that's sort of going to be the first journal prompt. And then we're going to start to look at our life too. Are there obligations or commitments that feel out of line right now in your life with who you are today? A lot of times we stay in relationships longer than, past their expiration date, let's say. And I'm not just saying end the relationship, but I think that renegotiating obligations and commitments so that they are aligned with who you are today. But the only way we can do that is if we know what those things are. And another thing that to think about is like what thought patterns that you have can be like an old itchy sweater that you never wear, right? But you can't seem to let go of the thought pattern. And again, familiarity is part of why, we get into habituated thought patterns. We understand that. So what this is going to do for you is it's going to shake it up a little bit. Instead of sleepwalking, we're going to use this as an opportunity to wake up. So you're going to grab a notebook and you're going to write down. You're going to answer those questions, and I will include those in the guide as well, terricole.com/guide. Because just like cleaning your closet, right, you can't decide what to keep and what to toss until you really pull out everything and look at it. So what no longer serves you is going to be the next step, right? And this is sometimes where we get stuck. Certainly when I'm cleaning my closet I get stuck where I'm thinking, am I really not going to wear that? But if I haven't worn it in 5 years, I'm really probably not going to wear it. Letting go can feel scary though, whether it's letting go of clothing you're not wearing, letting go of relationships, letting go of thought patterns, because there is comfort in familiarity. It doesn't mean it's good for us. It just means it's comfortable. I would talk about this as like a whoopee, right? Similar to the sweater analogy, but this blanket, little blankie that we feel like we need, but when you really look down, you're like, but it's keeping me warm. And then when you look at it, you're like, oh, but it's filled with SOS pads and glass shards. Like, my arm is bleeding. I don't think this is keeping me warm. Or even if it is keeping me a little warm, is it worth the pain that it's also causing? And this is what happens when we hold on to outdated stuff. So I want you to imagine that thought patterns, commitments out of alignment, all of that, it's not that we're just like burning them and ditching them. It's almost like you can put them into a donation box, like you're going to recycle them, right? It's just not for you anymore, which again, doesn't mean it's not for anybody. It just means these behaviors don't work for you, because this season is all about making peace, right? With the shedding process. We are allowing that process to happen. And why is that? Because once you release what doesn't fit, right, you create space. And the key is to consciously reorganize your energy so that you don't just fill that space sort of with clutter again. It requires us, though, to stay awake, which is what we need to do in this life anywhere. So what do I want more of in my life daily? This will be another prompt. Where do I want my energy to flow? This time in my life, this season in my life, this quarter of the year, whenever you're doing this, what small intentional habits could help me align with that, right? So let's say you want to release overcommitment. That was one of the things. Maybe you reorganize by setting up better boundaries around your time. And it always starts with us, of course. We have to respect our time. We have to value our time. Let's say you're trying to let go of or shed perfectionism. Maybe your reorganization is going to look like embracing good enough and actually celebrating small wins instead of feeling like it all has to be an ace in the hole. It all has to be a bullseye, a hole in one, because that really isn't life, and good enough allows us to rest and to sleep and to stop ruminating, right? If you want to release, let's just say, negative talk, maybe you reorganize with using positive daily affirmations that resonate for you, which they won't for everyone. But maybe for you, if you're trying to get rid of negative self-talk, I find it incredibly helpful to have something else that I say instead of the thing that is not helping me, whatever the thing is that's not helping me. So I want you to think about this. It's sort of, all right, enough with the analogies, but you get the point. This is like you are putting out everything that's going on in your internal space so that you can make conscious decisions about what is serving you and what isn't serving you. And then the last thing we're going to do before the meditation is really plant the seeds of hope and desire, right? What do you want to emerge in 6 months from now? Healthier relationships, more self-trust? Is it a creative project that you want now to have finished in 6 months? A calmer, more regulated nervous system? Whatever that is, we're going to choose one or two of those and just create a very simple plan to nurture them into being. We have to talk them into being, but we also have to nurture them with our lives, like what we're actually doing, what we do on a daily basis. We can't think about them once a quarter and then think they're going to happen. Obviously not. That's the process of what we're going to be doing. And now I would love it if you would get somewhere comfortable. And this is going to be about 10 minutes. If you have something that smells good, I love an essential oil moment. I already have my candle lit. I'm getting some essential oil myself right now. And if you go to the guide, we'll have this clipped off for you so you can start with just the meditation. All right, I'm going to ask you to gently close your eyes. I'm reading my script, so my eyes will be open. Let's begin. Just take a moment and allow yourself to arrive. Settle into a comfortable position. It could be seated, right, with your spine supported, or you could lay down if that feels better for your body. Allow your hands to rest gently in your lap or by your sides. Gently and softly close your eyes. Take a deep breath through your nose and let it out slowly through your mouth. Again, inhale deeply, filling your belly and your ribs and your chest. And then exhale fully, releasing any tension that you've been carrying. One more time, big breath in, and just sigh it out. Now let your breath return to its natural, steady rhythm. Feel yourself supported by the chair or the cushion or the floor or the bed, whatever you're on. And know that in this moment, there's nowhere else you need to be, nothing else you need to be doing. Imagine that you're stepping outside. Right, here's the visualization on a crisp autumn day. And you can visualize this no matter where you live. The air is cool but refreshing. The sunlight is golden, casting long shadows. You hear the soft crunch of leaves beneath your feet. Take in a breath, drawing in the freshness of this season of change. Exhale, feeling yourself settle more deeply into this imagery. Fall is nature's reminder that letting go is a natural and necessary part of life. Trees release their leaves. Gardens empty to rest. The earth itself prepares for a quieter, more reflective, more fallow time. And just as the seasons shift, we too are invited to pause and notice what in our inner world might be ready to be released. Now picture yourself entering a symbolic inner space. We'll consider this your psychological home. It might look like a room, or a house, or simply a spacious area that represents your mind and your heart. Look around this space with curiosity. Notice if there are corners cluttered with old memories or outdated beliefs or habits that no longer support you. Notice if there are piles of mental leaves, so to speak, thoughts or emotions you've held on to out of habit, even though they are no longer alive or serving you. There's no judgment here, only compassionate observation. You are simply taking stock the way you might before a seasonal cleaning. Now imagine holding a gentle tool for clearing. This could be a broom, or a rake, or even just your breath itself. With each inhalation, gather awareness of something that you've been holding on to that feels heavy or stale. With each exhalation, sweep it away, placing it gently in a pile to be carried off by the autumn wind. I want you to really take your time here. Perhaps with one exhale, you release self-doubt. With another, you release an old story about your worth. With another, the tight grip of resentment or worry. So I'm going to give you about a minute or so to complete this process, and I'll let you know when it's time to come back. Notice how the space around you feels lighter as you clear it. Notice how your inner body feels as you let go one breath at a time. And now I want you to go a little deeper. Allow your mind to bring forward one specific thing, a thought pattern, a relational dynamic, or a behavior that you are really ready to let go of at this point, at this season of your life. It might be obvious, or it might just pop into your mind right now and it might be surprising. Whatever arises is welcome. Hold it gently in your awareness without judgment. Acknowledge how it may have served you once, but also notice that it no longer fits who you're becoming. Remember, every meditation and your life should be a no judgment zone. Our growth is based and fueled by our curiosity. Right? Radical curiosity is how we change and transform. As Deepak Chopra would say, becoming the observer without judgment. This is how we evolve. So I want you to hold it gently in your awareness. And now take a slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to visualize this one thing being released, like a handful of leaves tossed into the breeze, scattered, carried away, dissolving into the air. Rest in the feeling of spaciousness that follows. And now that you've cleared some space, I want you to notice the expansion and the opening within. This is fertile ground, ready to be filled with what truly nourishes you. Ask yourself gently, what do I want to invite in for this next season of my life? Perhaps it's greater clarity, deeper self-compassion, stronger boundaries, or more joy. Less self-abandonment, less walking on eggshells, less appeasing others, less people-pleasing. Allow one word or image to arise. Trust what comes. With each inhalation, imagine drawing this quality into your body, into your heart, your lungs, your cells. With each exhalation, allow it to settle, rooting itself deep within you. Breathing in to let it land. Breathing in to let it grow stronger within you. And now I want you to take a moment to step back and see your inner space. Visualize it in your mind's eye one more time. Notice how it looks and feels after this psychological cleansing that we did together. Is it brighter, lighter, more open, more aligned with who you truly are? Feel gratitude for the courage it takes to release what no longer serves, and for the wisdom to make room for what nourishes you, because that is what you deserve. Take a deep breath in, filling yourself with gratitude, and exhale slowly, letting it spread throughout your entire body, all the way from the top of your head to the tips of your toes. And when you're ready, gently bring your consciousness back to your body, back to the room that you're in, and I'll ask you to gently wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Gently roll your shoulders, bring some movement back into the body. And if it feels good, I'll ask you to take a nice big stretch with me. And when it feels right, slowly open your eyes, returning to this moment with a sense of renewal and clarity. You are here, you are present, and ready for what's next. I hope that meditation soothed you in some way, directed you in some way, did something, added some value to your life. I so appreciate you guys being here. All the information that you need will be in the guide, terricole.com/guide. And please do this meditation as often as you need to continue to feel clear and crisp, just like an autumn morning inside. Thank you for spending time with me today. And as always, take care of you.